So my kids say that's going to be the name of my boat, on and two and three putt. That's what they tell me all the time.
I do believe that's hyphenated, though, Gus, so don't worry about it. It's still one word.
All the way around the boat. Who was your greatest inspiration growing up?
Well, when I was a kid, obviously, it was my dad. He was a mill guy. He worked in factory PPG, and he would come home every day and throw whatever it was, football, baseball, you name it. Never played basketball with me. But we didn't have a hoop in our driveway. But baseball, football were his two loves, and that's what we did.
We know you as Gus Frerotte. I'm sure your teammates or your friends growing up knew you as something else. Do you have a nickname we don't know?
No, I think Gus was enough. It's like, how do you give this guy another nickname? But, I think more than my first name, people screw up my last name all the time, right? Frerotte, Frerotte. You name it. And then, people always thought I was Italian. I hate to disappoint them. I'm like, no, I'm Polish. So, there's a big difference.
Okay. And finally, we are the approach shot. So in your approach to life, what one rule do you live by?
Never give up. Yeah. I've had a lot of adversity in my life and fought through a lot of difficult things in my life. And it's just hard work, passion. And if you find something that you have joy in, just never give up and do it as much as you want. And if you find a bump in the road, but somehow you got to get around it.
I am not going to let you go without a prediction on today's game.
Well, I think the Chiefs are going to win. I just see what Tom Brady is the GOAT. He's going to have his team ready to play. You're not going to do anything to him that he hasn't seen before. But I just think that the Chiefs, after watching them in that game against the Bills, and with their coaching staff, I think the Chiefs are going to – I don't know how many they're going to win by. I think the spread's like 3.5 right now or something. But I can see them winning by a touchdown or two. I mean, I just think that they're going to play that well. And Patrick Mahomes is just playing at an extremely high level right now.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. Gus Frerotte, thank you, sir, for spending time with us here on The Approach Shot. And there is more. Yes, indeed, there is more, and it's coming right up.
Have you ever wanted to give yourself better odds on winning a bet? Well, DraftKings Sportsbook is giving you a chance to do just that. All players who place a bet on Sunday night's basketball game between LA and Denver will have a hand in lowering the over-under on the game. That's right. For every 1,000 players who bet the over on Sunday night's game, the over-under will drop by 1 point. The best part is that even as the line lowers, the odds remain at even money. That's right. You can double your money by hammering the over. DraftKings is safe, secure, and reliable, so you can deposit and withdraw your funds at your convenience. Hi, this is Neil Michaels. Download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code APPROACH when you sign up to hammer the over on Sunday night's basketball game when LA takes on Denver. For every 1,000 people that bet the over in Sunday's game, the line will decrease by 1 point. Yes, this is your chance to improve the odds of the over hitting, so tell your friends and family because this is a team effort. Hammer the over and improve your odds of doubling your money. That's promo code APPROACH for a limited time only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older, New Jersey, Indiana, Michigan, or Virginia only. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or in Indiana, 1-800-9-WITH-IT or in Virginia, 888-532-3500.
And now, it's time for...
Golf is a funny game.
Back to your hosts, John Ashton and Neil Michaels.
And welcome back. It is time for Golf is a Funny Game, sponsored this week yet again by DraftKings, America's favorite sportsbook.
America's premier sportsbook.
Both of those things. You know what? Let's make them the premier sports book that is also America's favorite. How about
It's my favorite.
Well, there you go. That other voice, Jeff Blanchard. I'm John Ashton.
Yeah.
He's Neil Michaels. We are all together with Golf is a Funny Game on the Approach Shot. And Jeff, how's life in Cleveland, man? You got snow?
It's snowy.
Yeah.
As usual.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to get lucky this year. I don't know why, but eternal optimism for a lost cause, because most of us are Browns fans. So we always think that this year it's going to be different, and it started off good. And then we had snow. So
yeah, but at least you got to the playoffs this year, man.
I'm ecstatic.
Yeah,
as my girlfriend said to me, she was in the other room, and I could hear her talking to her friends, and she goes, "Yeah, he's squealing like a little girl in the living room." So.
And sadly, that is how you know you're a Browns fan, is the fact that you're ecstatic that they got to the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. Because I remember the last time Kentucky had the Super Bowl win. Oh, that's right.
we don't even have a team.
Yeah, giving me crap about being a Browns fan.
I grew up in New England, and as a Red Sox fan.
Here it comes.
Well, no, as a Red Sox fan, and wait till next year was our mantra forever.
Well, you guys were still holding on to the Babe Ruth stuff, weren't you?
Yeah.
Babe Ruth used to play here.
And we can't win because we traded him.
Yeah, the curse with the Yankees.
Jeff, do me a favor. Do not ask John what he thinks of Tom Brady, because at that point, you and I just need to go into another room.
Oh, yeah. Are you upset? I'm going to go there. Are you upset that Tom Brady went to Tampa?
Why? Why would you do this? I asked you nicely.
You know why? Because I'm the person who sees the fire smoldering, and I'm like, you know what this needs? Carotene. He's going to win another Super Bowl because Tom Brady, people go, oh, what's in the vaccine? I'll tell you what's in the vaccine. Tom Brady's blood. That's what's in the damn vaccine. Tom Brady is 73 years old, and he's still playing football.
He's got a picture on the wall that's getting old.
Oh, please. You know that ancient alien show with the guy with the crazy hair? They were showing hieroglyphics, and I guarantee you Tom Brady was in there doing this motion. He's been around forever. He's an immortal.
Yes.
Not even fair.
I love that made-for-TV golf thing they did where Tom Brady and Phil Mickelson were playing against, I forget, Peyton Manning was on one team and Tom was on the other. But Peyton did a trash talk promo video where he said, I've played against Tom Brady, and I really wish they wouldn't have this in a neutral site. I wish they'd have this in a city where they don't like Tom Brady, like maybe Denver or Indianapolis or Boston.
I want to use Tom Brady to scratch every one of my lottery tickets. That's what I want.
That's funny because
another winner? I don't know what to say. Another million. I don't even know what to do with all these tickets.
You started down that line, and I was like, oh, yeah, there's some things I want Tom Brady to scratch too.
Here's the thing. It doesn't matter. The entire Kansas City defense, it could be on him like those old cartoons where they're just piling on. All you see is bodies. And then from the bottom, you're just going to see Tom Brady's arm come out and flick. And 90 yards down the thing, he hits a perfect touchdown pass. And you're like, how does that happen? Oh, it's Tom Brady. You know what I mean?
That explains it.
Can you imagine Belichick right now? If I was Belichick, I wouldn't go to any restaurants for a while.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee there's, did you spit in this? And they're like, of course we did. Of course. Everybody in we passed it around table to table, and everybody in the restaurant spit in this, eat it now. Okay, if Tom Brady wins, people are going, oh, it's Tom Brady. Of course he's going to win. If Patrick Mahomes wins it, they're going to be like, oh, he's great. He beat Tom Brady. If the Cleveland Browns went to the Super Bowl and won, they'd have been like, well, of course they won. It was COVID. You know what I mean? They would never give us credit. It would always have the asterisk. Well, yeah, they won the Super Bowl in 2020. We put our stadium on the lake, and we don't have a dome. I guess what they thought was, well, usually with the Browns, they're not playing past November. Who cares if there's a dome or not? They're like, it ain't snowing yet. So I'm glad we got to talk so much about golf, considering that was the golf show. You know what I mean? I'm glad I was able to stay on topic for you guys. I'm sure you'll have me back to talk about anything other than golf. We can even talk about when this all hit. They were like, well, we can't have the tournaments. I'm like, of all sporting events, golf is the one you could have during a pandemic.
Yep.
You've got two people, the caddy and the guy who's playing, right? They're better off without fans. You know what I mean? Because they're always telling everyone to shut up anyway. So just keep them off. You know?
The whole industry, man, blossomed. Guys were dusting off golf clubs they hadn't taken out of their garage in 15 years.
Right. Me
It was
too.
the only thing you could do.
Yeah, go out to the driving. They got a great new place. They have to check out. Top Golf, that's what it's called. Yeah. But they have a bar.
Yeah.
They're golf party halls.
Yeah. It's a whole new thing, man. People are going to Top Golf and playing that have never and will never go to a golf course.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Target market right here. There's no walking. And I don't have to care where I hit it.
That's right.
And there's a waitress. You don't get that on the 8th hole. There's not a waitress coming out going, "Hey, nice putt. Would you like another?" You know what I mean? That's the best. The old man's 84. He's a huge golfer. He crushes it. When he was playing back regular, even in he was still like a 250, 280, like straight as an arrow driver. He just crush it, right? Yeah, I know what it is. Father-son bonding. I'm going to take Dad out golfing. And I'm not lying. Literally, the first hole, I get up there and I swing and I shank it so bad it hits a tree and comes ricocheting back and almost hit my father. I've never seen my father hit the ground before, except when we went golfing. And he was cool about it. But I remember him saying, "We're never doing this." That's the only time I ever golfed with my father.
Yeah, we can see why.
Yeah, right? One little hit. Geez. Rub some dirt on it, sissy. You know what I mean? I could never be a professional golfer because there's no way if $1 million is on the line and they putt it and they go, bloop, and they're always like, "Ooh." Yeah. I'm like, come on. I would have been like, "What?" They would have beat my caddy to death. You know what I mean? I couldn't do it. So there we go. We got golfing. Good,
there we go. We got the topic covered.
I get the feeling, Mr. Blanchard, we're going to be calling on you to come back in a few months or so.
That sounds good to me.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my gosh. Thank you so much, Jeff Blanchard, for being our guest today on Golf is a Funny Game. Certainly lived up to the name today. Go see Jeff at jeffblanchardlive.com. You'll see some of his comedy bits, and hopefully he'll have some dates that you can go see him in and around the Midwest. Jeff Blanchard, again, thank you for coming on today. And thank you for sticking with us through Golf is a Funny Game. John and I shall return shortly. Please hang with us.
Just in case you had run to get a piece of paper and a pen when we were saying earlier about the Stereo app and the special live show we're going to be doing on Monday at 2, let me reiterate some of the pertinent details for you, okay? It's the Stereo app, stereo.com/approachshot. You can download it for free for both your Apple or your Android device. You can find a wide range of conversations on there, like comedy and pop culture, lifestyle, sports, etc. But if you want to hear some of the stories that Neil and I have, and I tell you, we'll curl your hair with those, maybe ask some questions about some of our guests, make some comments about the show in general. We appreciate all of it. Just go to our URL, www.stereo.com/approachshot. Download the app. It's free, and we will talk to you. And more importantly, you can talk to us Monday at 2 Eastern. Stereo.com/approachshot. Once again, we have pulled it off.
How you like us now?
I got to tell you guys, we go into this with fear and trepidation every week. And every week it comes out okay.
Thanks for jinxing us. That was just the perfect way to set up for next week to be a disaster. But alas, I don't believe it will be.
I don't think so. I'll give you a little bit of a hint.
Next week, we will stay on the theme of the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Because we will have Walt Thurman, who played for the Seattle Seahawks and won a Super Bowl ring with them back in 2004 and was the creator and organizer of the Legion of Boom. He's an interesting story because he quit football early on at 28 years old, and is very, very into golf. And in fact, he will be putting together a tournament here in San Diego in March, which we'll be talking with him about.